All right, hey there, thank you for watching. Bart Bregman here from Toro Demo Trading.com today with another video. Today we're going to talk about dividend yield. In individual stock picking, we need to know about dividend yield because this is a very important part. So in this video, I want to quickly go over how we do that and where we find that, and why dividend is important to a metric to look for when you're researching your stocks. So let's go to the eToro platform. All right, so in the eToro platform, we're first going to switch our account to a virtual portfolio because we only trade demo in virtual mode with Toro Demo Trading. All right, so in the eToro platform, you go to, we're going to take this example as Apple stock. Very easy. We go to stats as number 2, and then here in the bottom here, there is in the stats, there is dividend yield, and Apple does pay a dividend yield. All right, so to understand dividend yield very easily, dividend yield is the earnings that you get out of the company. So if we take Apple stock as the whole company here, and of course Apple is a company and the company earns money. Now when you have 1 share of Tesla, 1 share, this means if Apple choose to not reinvest this money, that means it will pay out to its shareholders. And dividend yields 1% a year, or in this case 0.6% dividend yield in Apple's case per year will be paid out to the shareholders. And this dividend yield is according to the share price. This is very understandable, of course. And now if the company pays a 0% yield, usually that means or the company is in trouble or they're in a growth stage. That means they're reinvesting all the money that they're getting. Now you have other companies, they pay a very high percentage. For example, they put a 5%, and that can mean two things. Either the business is very profitable, or either the company is trying to gain as much shareholders and try to manipulate their share price. So by investigating this, by buying a individual stock, we need to find a competitor. And for example, a competitor of Apple will be Samsung Technologies, Samsung Electronics, and that is in the same sector. Then we can compare what is Samsung paying. All right, Samsung Pay is 1.2 yield per month, and Apple is only paying 0.6. So this is half of what Samsung is paying. So that is a good strategy to compare what the dividend yield is and comparing that to other companies, because these are the actual earnings that you're going to get out of your stock price. If they have a low dividend yield, they might grow faster. If they have a high dividend yield, your stock price maybe stays flat or even goes down. So you have to keep that in considering by investing into a stock. Now, what you also need to consider is when you're buying Apple stock, you're getting this actual dividend yield, and depends on what day they pay out. Later, we'll come back on that in a second. But if you try to sell and click the sell button, that means whenever the dividend payouts occur, or that means you actually have to pay this dividend to the eToro company, because eToro has to provide that dividend. So that is a very important thing to note. Whenever you short a stock or sell a stock, you need to pay the dividend instead of receiving that dividend. Now, another easy thing to find this dividend yield average for a sector, because this is the electronic technology sector. You're just going to go to Google and you put in average dividend yield electronic sector, and that will give you a percentage. There are a couple of websites, of course, around the world that give you the average percentage of that dividend yield. And you can see 0.9, that means Apple is below average, so that means Apple could have growth in the future. Then another thing is what you need to know is what you want to look for is when does these dividend payouts occur. So that means go to Google again. The easiest way to do that is just by Google, and you just Apple stock dividend payout date. And you can see in November they paid out 0.20 cent per share. So that means if you had 1 share of Tesla, you would have gotten on this date 20 cents, 20.5 cents actually. So and you can see that they do quarterly dividend payouts. Some companies do it once a year. Some companies do it every 3 months. Some companies do it every 4 months. You have to look that up by specific stocks. And you can also find in Google what the next dividend payout will be. So that is an important metric to understand when you buy a stock on the eToro platform or wherever you're going to buy that stock. So try to keep that in consideration by individual stock picking. Anyway, this was my video for this series. Thank you for watching. If you click the link in the description down below, you can get the free demo account and you support the channel. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.